Hello, all you beautiful people in Webtown. Welcome back to Crypto Comics. We have gone through the X-Men Series 2 card set recently in the past. And I wanted to bring out another batch of cards that were super popular amongst comic book fans. They did not break into the mainstream like the X-Men Series 2 cards did. But these were flying off the shelves, and if I recall, they were a little expensive. They were like $3 a pack. When, back then I would say a pack of cards cost like $1.25, $1.50. And these were closer to like $3. If I'm not mistaken, the Marvel Masterpieces those might have been like $4 or $5 a set. I don't know. Or not a set, but a pack. I just remember them being more expensive, and I remember these being more expensive. What this is Dynamic Entertainment, whoever that may be, I'm not really sure, got some of the hottest artists of the early 90s to get together and draw cards for characters they had created. Most of these characters never even ended up being in comic books, but it was such a unique idea that it took off with fans, and these cards were hot for a minute. 105 cards total in the set. That includes, the special edition cards, which I have also. I can show you some of those. And it tells you on the back who made all of these cards. Like this is Adam Hughes, Dan Jurgens, Brandon Peterson, obviously Frank Miller. We're familiar with this character. Johnson did some stuff in this. A bunch of people. And on the back, you would have this little prismatic close-up shot of the character. You would have an alternate drawing of the character. And then a description of the character, as well as telling you, I was created by Dan Jurgens. I was created by Adam Hughes. I was created by Brandon Peterson. And most of these characters, they did not go on to anything. But they're unique. Body bags. I think this did end up being a comic book. Brave, as far as I know, did not. Yet I would have liked this character. This is unique. Breed actually was released by Malibu Comics, which we covered recently, in their Bravura line. This bulldog is crap. Bunker's all right, He's all right for a 90s character. Chain. This is kind of a unique looking guy. Very cutting edge. Similar to this character, looks like these two guys could hang out. Dan Brereton did Dr. Kiln, which is a great name, unique looking character. Very well painted. Dr. Knob, okay. Daybreak and Nightfall, very interesting. Deuce, Dichotomy. Dan Panosian had Dragon. He has another card elsewhere in here. There's Dwight by Frank Miller. This might be the only time the Sin City characters have ever been featured in a card set. Dice by Brandon Peterson. Brandon Peterson had a lot of characters that we never see again anywhere. Oh, there's Fluffy from Kid Death and Fluffy. I'm cool with that. I collected that when I was a kid. The first Kid Death and Fluffy was great. I think the second one was called The Code War Red. That was not as great. I never saw Electron in anything. This is Marat Mychaels. Joey Mads did Force. Never seen that. Forward Motion. I'm curious to know about these characters. Let's see what it has to say about them. Created by Jimmy Palmiotti and Dan Didio. Through drugs and virtual reality, the forward motion process could lead mankind to enlightenment. The government secretly experimented on their planet's most hated individual, Derek Blackwell. However, he escaped with the secrets of forward motion. Bounty hunters Marissa, Jennifer, and Cossack were sent to eliminate Blackwell. Okay, well, it doesn't tell us a heck of a lot, but kind of interesting. Looks like something that would be for adults only when they're doing drugs and all this. Hadron looks like a badass. And one of the things I like Heretic. I'm not sure about Invertigo. Let's just see what Invertigo and Heretic are all about. Oh my gosh, I can't read it upside down. I'm not going to take the time to turn it. Hellfire. Is this a Green Lantern ring right there? Creator and master is Dan Fraga. Oh shit, Hellfire! Hellfire is featured in Black Flag, which was released under Maximum Press. I recognize this guy. He's drawn very differently here than he is in that comic book, though. Io. I always thought Io looked very unique. This is a character, obviously, from Jupiter. Let's see what we can find out about him. Created by Joe DeVito. In an attempt to prevent the Hilaristas from turning the United States into the last communist nation on Earth, Professor Phineas develops a teleportation weapon. Using this device, he beams himself into space, where he is accidentally absorbed by an alien entity. Now a super being, Io is the last hope for American freedom and world peace. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say, Joe DeVito, that the character looks a lot cooler than the backstory you've provided him. Johnny Redcap, another very unique looking figure here. Should we see? Johnny Redcap, his creator and master goblin is John Bogdanove. Johnny Redcap was born a goblin but raised among humans. Shunned for his hideous appearance, he became infused with hate. As his goblin powers grew, so did his bitterness. Disguising himself by fairy glamour, he used magic to build a fashion and PR business empire. From this, he ruthlessly inflicts his vengeance on humanity. So that's Johnny Redcap. Now, Nighthawk here, this is the character that was actually featured on the packaging. Oh, there's that. I'm going to go back to this. That's Crane. He goes with Dragon. See, so Panosian, drew this. For some reason, they didn't put them together. They think they would have been smart enough to do that, but they didn't. So Dragon, Crane, they're obviously either part of a team or bitter enemies. Lady Channel Cat, very unique looking character. Laser Heart, there's Kid Death. And they also, in like each box, you would get a card that had a gold foil autograph on it. And out of all the cards I could get, I got Khalif. And not Wiz Khalifa, just Khalif. And I was just like, this is the stupidest out of all the cards. Why did I have to get this one? But anyways, Nighthawk was on the packaging to these cards. This is what we know about Neil Adams' Nighthawk. Let those who do not value their humanity or respect life enough beware the half-breed, Nighthawk, the protector. That didn't tell us anything about the character. Oh my gosh. And what in the heck is going on here? Oh boy. My goodness. What I love about these cards is that they're just inspiring. When you're young and you're still learning to create, or even when you're older and you're running out of ideas, you can read some of these cards, you can look at them, you can read the back of them, and you'll start to get inspiration. You read the whole thing and all of a sudden you're like, man, if I took an element from Johnny Redcap and I mixed it with, okay, maybe not Monad, but maybe Obsidian Stone, and I mixed it with another character from the other part of this comic, all of a sudden I'd have an entirely new character on my own that might actually be more compelling than some of the characters that are in here. Like Monad. Like Gonad. What is with this guy? Brandon Peterson, what were you thinking? James Oberst was a photographer chosen to cover the first demonstration of the U.S. government's photonic accelerator, a device capable of supercharging light particles to faster-than-light speeds. A technical mishap caused James to disintegrate, but he reintegrated as a being with a variable energy form and nearly infinite power. So, he's just like the snow on an old tube television. He's analog. He's totally analog. Monkey Man and O'Brien. Oh my gosh, I could go the rest of my life without seeing a gorilla in a comic book. That's all I'm going to say. Nightmare and Obsidian Stone have some interesting stuff going on here, though, I would say. These both different, painted cards. Let's see what they say. Obsidian Stone is created by Joe Linsner, who is best known for the character Dawn from Sirius Comics. Obsidian Stone, anti-hero of the Second Renaissance, serves as the royal executioner in the court of Lord Daniel Thomas Moroder, King of New York. For his daughter, Princess Lisa Tournai, Obsidian stone would slay the world. Though she has often asked, he is still working on it. Obsidian stone's a dude. I can't believe this. I thought this was a girl. Is he wearing lipstick and eyeshadow? Hey, I thought it was a badass chick. I guess not. Now let's take a look at Nightmare. His creators are Joe Linsner and Joe Monk, so Nightmare? Spelled Nyghtmare, so we could get that trademark. A little excessive. Alex Wald was a struggling college student who needed money to get by. He volunteered for 2 medical experiments which accidentally altered his body chemistry. His terrible abilities include mind control and limited telekinetics. Alex can also manifest images in the mind of his victim, and, if intensified, can create a brain fire. He looks like a zombie to me. Okay. Singularity, Slice, Solo, Squire, Starfish. With her nice mustache, honey. Starwing, I also thought this character. This is by Art Thibert. And we'll look into that one too here. What's this broad? Terra Firma Irma? Oh my gosh. Strange Hands. That's a fun name. Squire. You know, Starwing is the one Art Thibert says, always impetuous, Star, alias Starwing, finds herself on the streets of a foreign city after stowing away on a ship. Once off her island, Cibridius, Star discovers astounding powers and sets out to make use of them. Teaming up with Nate Connery, alias Nightfire, Star leads the duo on as much adventure and danger as any red-blooded girl could hope for. Oh, that sounds fun. Let's just figure out what's going on here with Strange Hands. Oh, Strange Hands was created by Barry frigging Windsor frigging Smith. Should go back to making Rune. Strange Hands is a member of a group known to humankind as a new race of gods. Along with Brawn, Sibba, and Nimbus, the gods have come to Earth in search of their wayward brother, known to us as the Devil. Whatever. Terra Firma Irma. Irma Taylor she's created by Kevin Nolan. Irma Taylor got a bit more than she bargained for when she rented the small upstairs apartment from Mrs. Finner. The Electrolux in the closet was actually an abandoned prototype for Dr. Knob's interdimensional portal pump. Irma not only vacuumed the rug, she sucked herself into another galaxy and began the first of many strange adventures. Okay. I'll take Terra Firma Irma, but you know what? We're throwing Strange Hands back, Barry Windsor Smith. The Moth. So this is great. The Righteous. Trash Can Man Joe. These are the two that are fighting. Oh my gosh, look at that. These two should be right next to each other, but they're not. That's okay, I guess. I'll live. I'll look into who they are. The Silencer. This is like a piece of all right. Really, the Moth is the best, probably. Ooh, Turbine. Look at this. Andy Kubert comes up with something awesome. And I always thought Uplink was really cool. Like the idea of this guy with cybernetic hands that just were more like wires. Coaxial cable. Anyway, what? These are printed. We have a misprint here. These are printed this way. What a pain. Oh my gosh. Let's just find out about Turbine. Infected with a microtechno-organism during a routine drug raid, this former New York City narcotics officer is currently listed as dead. Molecular disfiguration of his genetics keeps him in a zombified state. He uses newfound knowledge in techno-warfare and weaponry to survive any altercation. Okay. Sounds alright to me. Pastor Prime. Look at this creep. Okay. Oh, Nico and Gorilla Dozer. Oh my gosh, another stupid gorilla. Oh, Procrustean. That looks enough like a gorilla to make me not happy. Bart Sears is like a rich man's Barry Windsor Smith. Very unique style of drawing. This character is Pharos. Red Death. Queen Sakura needs to hit the gym. Phaedra. This is not the same Phaedra that we know from Trencher. Oh no, that's Phoebe. Redline, Adam Kubert is one of the best artists, and Sergeant Major Acre. Both these characters really just steal the show on this page. And then you just immediately jump down here to another amazing piece of art by Adam Kubert. And this is Sarah. I'm pretty sure Shellcase and Red Tide go together. And Savage, like really? It's just Race Bannon. Whatever. Sifu Hara. Let's find out what's going on with Redline and Sergeant Major Acre. Sergeant Major Acre. Working for a top-secret intelligence agency, Justin Acre was betrayed by an unknown party while on a covert mission. Acre survived the torture and experimental drugs of his interrogators, emerging from the experience with cybernetic weaponry, the powers of invisibility, and clairvoyance. All of his memories and his past, however, were lost forever. That does not seem like what this character's powers would be. Invisibility. I guess he's turning invisible back there. I had not noticed that in many, many years, if ever. He looks really cool. I don't know why he would turn invisible when he's that giant. That's not really that interesting. Too bad. Redline. Conceived as a weapon of peace, Redline was the brainchild of award-winning geneticist, Dr. Philip Brennan. This creation, a modern-day geneticized Frankenstein, is equipped with extremely powerful solar-charging pulse blasts. Redline will stop at nothing to destroy his creator, blaming Brennan for the anomaly he has become. Bum, bum, bum. Siege. This is just the blind guy. That's cool. Sensei and Huge. It's interesting. It's Master Blaster. Who run Border Town? Joe Jusko created Warhorse here. This is Joe Jusko is the guy who who painted the original Marvel masterpieces, and he managed to contribute this to this card set, which is cool. Here's Werewolf Alpha. So I'm guessing that Red Tide, Shellcase, and Werewolf Alpha all seem to go together. John Estes. Let's see if John Estes did this one too. Oh no, Werewolf Alpha, Dan Brereton. Okay. Another really cool looking Adam Kubert creation. Now Weasel. I always thought Weasel looked fun. Weasel is shooting at Wo Min. We can look into them. Wreckage. It's not the Thing. I know what you're thinking, but it's not the Thing. I swear, it's Wreckage. Wraithchild looks cool. Wolfhound looks alright too. Widow Maker? It's whatever. Not doing much for me. Let's see Weasel. Armed with solar cannon and jet booties? Jet booties. Weasel has enlisted the help of rocket-propelled flying ninja squirrels. Their mission is to locate the secret society of assassins responsible for the death of her brothers. Vengeance is ugly in Weasel. Okay, I'd buy that for $1. What about Wo Min? What's going on with Wo Min? While escaping from soldiers with shoot-to-kill orders, simple nurse Doreen Swintora accidentally stumbled onto the secret Black's virus. She was thus transformed in a molecular ionization bath to Wo Min, 225 pounds of bulletproof flesh. She is armed with a titanium wrecking ball and an awe-inspiring attitude. Okay, yeah, let's just check out Wraithchild. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, made by Huang Nguyen. The deity of the Sixth Circle, Wraithchild has slowly gained domination and rule over the Fifth Quadrant. In existence for centuries, this warlock eternally searches for the Hellion, the single pathway into the unknown. Wraithchild is rarely seen in his true form. He appears in this dimension as a shape-shifter. Wolfhound, which is also, Bart Sears, it's the rich man's Barry Windsor Smith. There have been no survivors or witnesses to Wolfhound's acts of destruction and violence. It is obvious that he controls great power and uses it savagely. Possessed by a demon that manifests itself inside his chest, Wolfhound is a known killer with no regard for human life. We must be prepared to destroy him before it is too late. So here's the demon in his chest. I get it. I see it now. Last but not least, Reicher. Let's see what's going on with Reicher, huh? very unique looking character, you know, sort of like if the Predator was a snake, I guess. If the Predator was a naga. On the desert moon of Prackhill lurks a deadly creature known only as Reicher. When he is not gambling heavily, he spends his days wandering the sands as a gun for hire. Reicher is highly intelligent and incredibly dangerous. He will make his first appearance in Animal Mystic, Volume 3, created by Greg Williams. It was fun to look back at these and marvel at what an incredible creator Adam Kubert was. If teamed with a talented writer, it'd be interesting to see what he could make of these characters nowadays. I almost feel like Sergeant Major Acre has maybe made it into a comic. Most of these characters have not. A few of them have. It would be pretty cool to see them get to reappear. It'd be cool to see Art Thibert bring Starwing here into something. She looks like a lot of fun. Monkey Man and O'Brien obviously have had a comic book. I think everyone who's been a longtime comic fan knows that. Kid Death and Fluffy, of course, they too. But the majority, yeah, not really. Hellfire, he lucked out. He managed to make it into a comic. Obviously, Sin City was a comic book. It's too bad Frank Miller did not create some new characters for this. Breed managed to make it into a comic book, have his own series, two miniseries. I wouldn't mind seeing this Brave character. Did we read about him? Oh, he's turned upside down. Let's just pull him out of there. Screw it. A spectral killer known only as Brave Triggers. Okay. Tomahawks to death one dawn after another in a bloody gang war. As this mystery man hacks his way up the mafia chain of command, a lone mob lieutenant discovers a bizarre family connection. Created by Coley Hamner. These ones are kind of odd because you see that it's almost like these ones were supposed to all go together, but whoever actually was in charge of production kind of screwed all this up, which is a shame. It could have been executed a little bit better if these cards would have all been, you know, the lineup. It's another one, Beta. Ava. American Flag has been a comic book. This is actually really cool because this is Andy Kubert's character, Joe Kubert, the father's character, and Adam Kubert's character all together. So the father and his two sons created this piece of artwork together, this triptych piece of art. Yeah, that's kind of unique. And then the other cards that came with it were these. And this has been a comic book, and this has been a comic book. I don't believe either of these two managed to make it. These two did. I can tell you about them. Power and Glory, created by Howard Chaykin. And Enemy was created by Steve D. Grant. The card arc is by Mike Zeck. Intrepid, the Eagle Dude, is Dave Johnson. And the U.S. Marshals is Coley Hamner. Alan Powell, a.k.a. Apex, and Michael Gorski are both agents with the National Intelligence Agency. Although Powell has special powers and hero-like charisma, Gorski is the true hero, with an unfortunate attitude problem. Powell gets the glory, while Gorski does all the dirty work and gets none of the credit, just like real life. It's Howard Chaykin's Power and Glory. Enemy is Malcolm Corey, a man thought to be a serial killer by police. Led by the ghosts of the slain to their murderers, he follows the mission given him by his makers. Destroy those who would destroy America. Enemy also maintains biofeedback control over his body, enabling him to heal quickly and blot out pain. Too much. It's too much. This is an interesting character. What makes him interesting is that the cops think he's a serial killer, but that he's led by the ghosts of the slain to their murderers, where he would dispense justice. So I would make this like a supernatural Punisher sort of character if I was in charge. It makes me want to write a character who can do this type of a thing, but I don't need all that extra stuff. All of a sudden, he's saving America. He went from solving murders to saving America, and he maintains biofeedback control over his body, enabling him to heal quickly and blot out pain. I like a character that can feel a little pain. So anyways, that's the special cards that came along with the Creators Universe. And very unique card series. Very unique. I don't think there's been one like it since. So you can get a box of them on eBay for like 10 or 12 bucks right now. And put together your own set if you want. And maybe you'll get a better card than I did. I wonder if I... There it is. This is the one I got. Jeez. Why? Why did it have to be Wiz Khalifa? What a joke. Anyway, that's it for this installment of Crypto Comics. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time.
Legends of the Lone Wolf. 80-page full-color anthology. With your support, we will bring you a perfect-bound 80-page book of the highest quality. Everyone involved has donated their time and talent, and all the money will go to printing and shipping before any of the creators turn a profit. Unlike other anthology books, Legends of the Lone Wolf contains a 38-page feature-length supernatural story. That's nearly twice the size of a regular comic book. This campaign is the only way to get the variant aged edition of Lone Wolf's #1. This highly unique version of our first issue will be printed on a stunning aged newsprint and features a cover by the one and the only Muttman. So don't sit on your hands, Wolfomaniacs. You're gonna have to get out there and grab a copy for yourself. Oh yeah!